right? It's almost like when I was walking in the door. But I walked in this one particular time and I saw that there was a new girl that was working. And I also noticed she was very pretty. And so I kind of went over and I got my drink and everything, and I sat down and I thought to myself, I got to go talk to her. And I got to go introduce myself to her. So I did. I stood up, and with my books in hand, I went right over to her and I said, hi. And she said, hi. And I said, I don't know if you noticed me over there. She said, I haven't. I thought, fair enough, right? I said, well, I noticed you, and I noticed you're new working here, and I know everyone else here, but I'd love to maybe get to know you. And so we kind of just started talking, and a little bit of small chat and everything, and I noticed I was kind of really, hitting it off with her. So I did something I've never done before in my life. I asked a woman on a date. Never before. I know, she's surprised. Thank you. Calm down, all right? But yes, I'd never been on a date before in my life, and I decided I was just going to ask someone out on a date. So I did. I asked her, and to my surprise, again, she said yes. So we did. We actually went on a date, and we went to another coffee shop. I was a romantic, and we sat down. We had a great conversation, just a wonderful conversation for a couple hours. And I told her a little bit about my life, and I told her about my background. But I did tell her one thing that I told all of you. I said to her, Teresa, I'm Catholic. And she said, I know. Not too many people walk in with a Bible and a Mother Teresa book, right? And I said, well, yeah, Teresa. I said, but I'm like really Catholic. This is everything for me. This is my entire life. And she went on to tell me a little bit about her life and her past. And she grew up Methodist, and she kind of left her Methodist faith a long time before that. And she did go on to tell me, though, that there was one religion she really didn't like. You know which one that is. One faith that she really didn't agree with their rules or a lot of their teachings. And of course it was the Catholic faith. And some people say, well, now, why didn't you run? Here you are, you love your faith, and here you have someone that's not indifferent to it, one that is opposed to it, one that can't stand it. And honestly, I can only say I kind of grew up in that. I grew up in that. Though I had a mom and a dad, they took us to Mass every Sunday, we would get there pretty late and leave early, but we were there at least, right? And Mom would be arguing with my sister, and my dad would be kind of tucking himself in the pew, resting his eyes. And, most of my friends had left the faith, even some of them from an early age. My closest friend in the world right now, the best man at my wedding, is an atheist, so he doesn't even believe in God at all. And so I was kind of surrounded in that, but I started doing something at a young age. I started asking a very different question than what I saw a lot of other people asking. I started asking, when it came to my faith, why? Why we teach what we teach, why we do what we do, why we believe what we believe. Why? Over and over again, I would ask that question. And it wasn't just where I would just ask it and then just kind of flippantly move on to the next thing. I would seek those answers from people that really changed my life, books, and just try to seek the answers. Because I figured if I was in this and if I was going to leave it, then I need a good reason. Because if that really is who they say it is, then that is either the most important thing in the world, and has to be, or it's an utter lie.